How we will set up AWeber, the AWeber Autoresponder series. So we sign in, put in your username and email. I'm using RoboForm, so I don't have to remember all the passwords. And once we are in, we have to make sure that we are in the correct list, and I already created the list. So here's a drop down, and you can have as many lists as you need to have for different products, for different services, for your coaching, for your speaking. You can have different lists. You always have to make sure you are in the correct list. So this one is for sale into retirement, and if not, then you can scroll down to the bottom and create a new list. Once you create it, it will automatically be here on the top. So let's see here. Create new list, company name. Click on next step, and then you name your list. Let's say Larry's speaking gigs. And then you need to describe here what it is. Get Larry Jacobson to make your next event a total success. And you can edit these. You can just click on edit. Also, this is a confirmation message. That's right, so we need to edit that. Okay, approve message, create a list, and now we are in Larry speaking gigs. So let's go to sale into retirement, and then we will go to messages. We just hover on messages and click on campaign beta, campaigns beta, and then here we create a campaign. And we'll call it sale into retirement. Create. And we want people to select to begin building your campaign. So on subscribe, it will be triggered that they will start getting the first message. And then it's really simple. Once we are in here, drag the send a message here. Create a message. Let's use the drag and drop email builder, and once it comes up, remember to add the subject line. The first message will be probably welcome to sale into retirement, right? And then you paste your message in here. If you want to add an image, then I believe you cannot drag it in here. You just drag. You have here all of this cool stuff on the left. You can just drag them in here, whatever you need. For the image, you drag it in there so it goes under it. Yeah, it doesn't go in there. And click to edit. You can upload from your computer or add an image from the gallery. Now you have to be really careful not to add a giant picture. So even though it shows this big, many of the pictures you have, they are ginormous. Like one of them I have, it's like 30,000 pixels or something like that. Even though it will show so small, it will slow down your, I don't know, delivery or something. So make sure that the images are the right size, about 500 pixels, 500 to 600, that's fine, or even 400 pixels. If it's smaller than this, now just because you are reducing it with your mouse, here you can make it smaller, but just because you're reducing it here, it doesn't mean that the image gets smaller. The size remains the same. So Okay, so this one can only be left aligned, center, or right, right? And then if you want to continue adding text, then you grab the paragraph thingy and drag it there, and then you can just paste stuff in there or type stuff in there. If you want to increase the font size, highlight, and then just same like in a Microsoft Word editor, you can change the font. You can scroll to make it as big as you want. Interestingly enough, in AWeber, a font 16, for example, it's kind of where the normal size starts. Still looks a little bit small. Now, if you want to align images to the left or right, we use the article feature. We drag the article little widget in here. You can use this as a subheadline or as a headline, or just delete it. And then click on this. You can upload an image, or you can use one from there. And this is a thumbnail, so you see, because it's so small, it says here thumbnail. So use the original, and it doesn't let me use the original for some reason on this one. Oh, there you go. And so the original, you see, this is the full size. I can reduce it a little bit if I want text on the side, right? So you can, if you need to align images to put text near it, then you would use the article feature here. Okay, so this looks a little bit messy. Let's get out of here. You can delete these. Here is the delete button, right? Let's exit out of here and let's create a simple one. So now this one is here, right? The first message is there. Now we want to wait to sending out the second message, so we drag the wait here, and on the right hand side we just hover on this one and we click it to show as many days as you want in between your email messages. And then you drag in the next one. And then you say create message, drag and drop email builder, and then here you just paste in your text. So put in the subject line here, subject line, and leave this as is, because it will put in automatically your subscriber's name. And then highlight this and just paste in there your text, whatever text you want to paste in there. And then you save and exit. And if you need to add an image somewhere in between here, then you would have to cut that piece, delete the space in between, add the image, or if you want the image wrapped with text, then you would use this article one. You add the image, probably will upload your own. I'm just keeping it simple. Now most of these from the gallery, they are the right size, so you can keep them as are. So I wanted to include an image in between, in the middle of the text. So I copied and cut out some text from there. I drag the paragraph down here, and then I paste the rest of the text there. I suggest clicking in there, Control A, or whatever your highlight all function is, and then make the size at least 15. I would probably make it 16. Control A, and then 16. There. Save and exit. And then we drag in there the weight. And if you forget to drag in the weight, that's no problem. It can be done later. no problem. If you want to just focus on adding the messages, you can, and then add the next message in there. And if you want to number them so you don't get confused, you can, yeah, have the subject line, but have it like, so this is number 3, and then add the subject line. Maybe later we'll delete those numbers, but I mean, you shouldn't get confused. You just keep adding to the list, to the bottom of the list. You can add video, you can add a button. At this point, shouldn't worry about any of that. Signature. So this is interesting. I wonder if, oh, there you go. So we should edit your signature in here and make it a good one. But yeah, at this point, just paste in here all of the autoresponder messages that you want to go out. Save and exit. So now it's here. I just left it at 3, right? And then wait 3 days. And that's it. You just keep adding messages down there. So here you see that this is going out first and second. So it shows you the sequence here. That first it will be triggered for all subscribers, that they get this first message, and then they will wait for 3 days, and so on. So that's it. There's not much magic to it. Well, once we create this, then we will have, so again, now when you come in here, when you come to your legacy follow-up series, when you come to campaigns, this is where you will find these messages. Then you will have to click on Sale into Retirement. Let's activate it. Okay, so you come in Sale into Retirement. Here are your messages. You can edit them. You just click on them and you can edit them here. Okay, again, you just hover on anything that you want to delete and you click delete, or you can double click and you can just edit. It should be really simple. Now once we save and exit, so the magic happens later on when we create your sign-up forms. So don't worry about that. It's just I'm showing you that will link in there. When you click create the sign-up form, then you will create it for, well, right now it creates it automatically for this one. So you will be able to choose a template, except we don't want a template. We will want a completely virgin one, most likely. Well, here it is. This is what we want, a virgin one. We just would change the button, but that links in with your autoresponder messages, and then we get the code. Let's say we like this one. Let's say we just leave everything as is, and then you must save the form. Go back. Oh, there was a save button. Okay, and then go to step 2, go to step 3, and here it is. You just grab this code, goes on your website, and you will have the opt-in form there. That's it, and your autoresponder messages will go out. Now, don't worry about any of this with the form. At this point, let's just go to campaigns, and then let's add all of the messages into Sale into Retirement. Just keep adding. So click on these, just edit them, or you can just delete them and start a brand new one. You just drag this here, and you can start pasting in there the autoresponder messages. And that's it. Always remember to click on Save and Exit. Save and Exit, very important. We can't update your active campaign with missing information. Still need more time. You can pause your campaign until everything is complete. No new subscriber placed into your campaign while it is paused. Pause and exit. Okay. So there, we paused it because it's not completed, but you can always go in there and keep adding messages. So this is incomplete because we didn't do anything with this one. So let me just delete this for now. Doesn't want to go away. There you go. All right, that's it. Save and exit. And let me know if you have any questions.